So bring yourself lying down. And start with your knees bent. And you're going to take your right ankle, cross it over your left knee. And from here, you're going to bend the left knee in towards yourself. So you should feel a nice stretch down your right glute. From here, if it's comfortable to do so, you can put your hands behind your knee, pull it in towards yourself. You want to try and keep the shoulders relaxed though, so if you don't really reach far enough, you can kind of hold onto your pants leg, or you can hold on round the right foot. That might be more comfortable, so you can still relax down the shoulders. And try not to hold any tension in the shoulders, so relaxing them so they're still pressing down into the mat. Breathing deeply. And then from here, bring the foot to the ground and cross the legs. And we'll try that on the other side. So cross the left ankle just above the right knee. And then as you inhale, bring that knee in closer to the chest. And again, if it's comfortable, you can hold on behind the knee to apply a bit more pressure, pulling the knee in, or holding on round the foot. Relaxing the face, the shoulders. Bring the foot back to the floor, uncross legs. We're going to do our first sort of heart opening posture. So just gentle one. Bring your hands, well, keep your palms flat on the floor. Bring your heels just slightly closer to your bum. So just bring them in slightly. So you just feel a bit of tension there. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, just gently lifting up the hips. And you might want just to kind of roll the shoulders underneath you slightly. So if you come up on one shoulder and then the other, just slightly, you might get a little bit more lift because you want to get your hips up as high as you can. You can either have your hands pressed on the floor, or you can clasp them underneath your back. And just feel the difference if you press your knees slightly together. You feel a bit more tension in the thighs and you're exercising the muscles there a bit more. A few more breaths. You should feel a little bit of constriction in the throat. And then gently unclasp the hands and slowly bring the hips back down. So we're going to come into a seated position now. So the easiest way is probably to rock up. So you can hold on to your knees, rock back and forth, and bring yourself up into a seated position. Just try and get some of the cricks out of the neck here. So just drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Just keep it there. If you want to apply a little bit of pressure to the head, you can for a bit more of a stretch. And you can try bringing the hands, the left hand, bring the fingertips down to the mat. We'll just increase the openness on the left hand side of the neck. Working with the breath, just trying to relax the muscles a little bit more with each exhale. Bring the head back to neutral, hand down, and then we'll do the other side. So bringing the left ear down to the left shoulder. And again, if you would like, just increasing the stretch by putting the hand to the side of the head. Don't apply much pressure, it's just a gentle stretch. And you can bring the hands to the floor. Come back to neutral. If you do have your legs crossed, just flip them over the other way, because we always favor one side over the other. So just try it on the other side. And we're going to do some neck rolls. So very gently, again, drop the right ear to the right shoulder. And then slowly circle the head down. So bring the chin to the chest. Left ear to left shoulder, and then very gently, if it feels good, you can look up at the ceiling, but just take it very easy. Another roll. And if you feel any particular place where you feel kinks, maybe here's some slight cracking, you can just roll over that bit again. Just ironing out the kinks, and then gently reverse the other way. Always being very gentle with the neck, particularly when looking up. Excellent. So come back to neutral, and you're going to extend the left leg, but keeping the right leg bent. So put your hands to the ground. You might want to pick up your hips and turn them slightly, just so you're facing the extended leg. We're going to take a deep breath, roll the shoulders back, opening up the chest, and then we're just going to fall over the extended leg. Keep the foot flexed rather than pointing it. With every inhale, try and lengthen, keeping the chest open, and as you exhale, see if you can soften, falling further over that leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften down. Once you feel you've gone far enough, if you would like, drop the head. And just listen to the sound of your breath. So take a last inhale and exhale here. And then very gently to come out of that forward fold, walk your hands up. From here, we'll do a counter pose. So after a forward fold, it's good to either twist or reverse. So take your right hand, put it slightly behind and to the side. And now you're going to push with your hips coming forward. and sweep the arm back. And this is a good time to remember the affirmation, my heart is open. Pushing forward with the hips. And then gently back to a seated position. Just going to swap this over. So extend the right leg, bending the left. You can pick your hips up here. Just turn them so that you're facing the extended leg again. Deep breath in, rolling the shoulders back, and exhale, falling forward. So everybody's different. So you might feel this in a variety of places. Might feel it in the hamstrings. Might feel it in the open left hip. You could feel it in the right glute. Might get a nice side stretch. But also as it's a forward fold, it should have a nice calming effect on the mind and the nervous system. So gently, you can look up, walk the hands back towards the body, take the left hand, place it slightly behind and to the side of you, then pushing forward the hips, coming up on the left knee, swinging the arm back. And again, thinking, my heart is open. Or if it works for you, I forgive myself for my mistakes. Let the head fall back. Bring your hips back down. Bring your legs out in front, give them a bit of a shake. And then we're going to come to a kneeling position. So just swing the legs round. Come on, onto your hands and knees. Now to open up the heart a little bit more, we're going to pick up the left hand. And a good way to think about this is almost like you're shooting a bow and arrows. If you're pulling the bow back, pulling the bow, and then once your elbow's pointing up, you can extend the hand up to the ceiling in a nice twist, and then bring the hand back down. We're going to do that 2 more times. So pulling back the elbow up to the ceiling as if pulling a bow, and lifting up the arm, and then back down. One last time, and with the inhale, so do it with the breath as you're inhaling, pulling up the arm. And this time, when you come back down, we're going to thread the needle. So bring the arm down and underneath the right arm, bringing your left shoulder and left ear to the floor. So hips still up. Close down the eyes. Allow your upper body to become heavy on the floor. And then when you're ready to come back up, just push on the floor with the right hand. Come back onto hands and knees. And just before we repeat that on the other side, we're going to do a bit of prep for posture we're going to do later, hopefully standing up. So you're going to pick up the left knee behind you. And now, this is a tricky bit, You might have to lower the knee. Ideally, you want to be able to just bring the arm. Can you stop that cat? Ideally, you want to just bring the arm back to grab onto the foot. You might find, if your hips are not completely flexible, you want to bring the knee back down, hold onto the ankle, and slowly, with balance, bring the foot up. You might find in this posture, I just want you to feel it here because we are going to try it standing up. We'll have a go. If you push out with your foot, so as if you're trying to kick, it will help with your stability. As if you're really pushing it back, just take a moment to see what that feels like. If you fall over, just remember that you forgive yourself for your mistakes. And then gently bring the foot back down. Well done, nice with control. So we're going to repeat that little sequence on the other side. So just check you've got a nice firm stance. So wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And now you're going to pull back with your right hand as if pulling a bow. Elbow pointing to the ceiling, then reaching the right hand up. Back down. Again, with the inhale, pulling up, twisting, and down. Last time, pulling up, twisting, and then as you exhale, we're bringing the right hand underneath the arm, bringing the right ear and right shoulder to the ground. And take a moment to relax here. Catching the breath and close down the eyes. And then pushing into the left hand on the floor to bring yourself back up. And now this time we're going to kick the right foot behind. If you want, bring it back towards you so that you can hold on to the ankle. Bringing the foot behind, opening up the heart. If you want, it will help with balance. If you look in front of you rather than down, so on the floor, but in front of your mat. Kicking back with your foot will help with stability. Give me 1 minute, I'm just going to have to go adjust my radiator. So stay there, and then when you're ready, come down. Sorry about that. So come back onto your hands and knees. And from here, we're going to go up into downward dog. So tuck your toes under, and then pushing up with the hips, walking out the legs, pushing one heel down to the floor, then the other. And then really push out through the wrists, so you're trying to straighten your back. Trying to get as much length kind of between your shoulders and your ears as you can. So instead of hunching up, you want to stretch out. And from here, we're just going to very easily walk the feet forward, but we're not going to come up yet. Have your feet shoulder width apart. You can have a slight bend in the knee if you would like, and you're just going to hold on to your elbows, drop the head, and sway in this forward fold. So if you would like, you can sway from side to side. And really help to lengthen and stretch out the back. So from here, we're going to slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Bring the shoulders back, palms forward. Take a deep breath in and out. So I hope everybody's okay. We'll just do a couple of rounds of sun salutations with some standing postures thrown in. So you can stand with your feet together or feet shoulder width apart, which will help with balance. Okay, roll the shoulders back. And inhale, reach out with the hands. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, come halfway up, pointing the elbows up to the ceiling behind you. As you exhale, drop the hands to the mat, kick the feet back. You're into a high plank. If you want, put your knees on the ground. Everybody, lower chin and chest to the floor. Push chest up into cobra, rolling shoulders back and down, tuck toes under, come up into downward dog. From here, lift the right leg up, and then you're going to bring your weight forward and bring the right foot in between the hands. So just take a moment here to get your balance. You're going to turn your left heel, the heel behind you, in slightly. That will help you when you raise your torso up, rolling the shoulders back, warrior one. So hips are facing forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bring the arms open. So kind of into a cactus position like this with the elbows bent. Just stay here for a couple of breaths. And we're going to raise the arms up again. And if you would like, you can have a very slight back bend here. Opening up the chest. Again, opening up the heart. From here, exhale, you're going to bring the hands down to the ground. Kick the feet back. You can put the knees down if you would like. You're going to lower chin and chest to the floor. Push up into cobra. Tuck the toes under. Push the hips up and back into down dog. This time lift up the left foot and then bring the left foot in between the hands. Take a moment again to get the balance and turn the heel of the right foot behind you just in slightly. So the foot's at that 45-degree angle. And then gently lift up the torso so that your front knee, your left knee is directly above the ankle. Raise the arms and then bring the elbows down so the arms are bent. Pushing back with the elbows, opening the chest. Again, raise the arms and you can have a slight back bend, looking up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring the arms down. Kick the left foot back, put the knees down, if that works for you, and then lower chin and chest to the floor. Pushing up into cobra, keeping the shoulders back and down. Tuck the toes under, pushing the hips up and back into downward dog. From here, step or walk the feet forward between the hands. Come halfway up, elbows back, fall forward, and then inhale, lifting the arms up to the ceiling and down into prayer. Well done, I hope you're all okay. So I just wanted to try, because we're all about opening the heart today, dancer pose, which is what we did before when we held onto our ankle on the floor. So just try this. Keep your heart open and forgive yourself for your mistakes. So it's a balancing posture. And we'll do first by lifting the left foot. So you're going to pick up the left foot, holding on to the ankle. Bring your knee behind you. And then, so fix your gaze somewhere, maybe on the wall in front. And when you're ready, you're going to kick the foot back, pushing with the top of the foot, not the sole of the foot, pushing against the hand. And then, if it feels right, you can tip forward a little. Doesn't matter, you don't have to go that far. And then, if it works, you can bring your hand forward. So pushing with the top of the foot, pushing out and up. Bring the body forward. If you would like, and you're close to a wall, you might want to hold on for balance. But just take a moment yourself to play with that posture. Rising up, opening up the chest. And when you're ready, come back down. Well done. We'll try that on the other side. So pick up the heel on the right foot. And just check your balance here. And when you're ready, hold onto the ankle. And then pushing out and up with the foot. And when you're ready, tip the torso forward. Try and keep the supporting leg straight. Bring the arm up. And if you fall over, forgive yourself for your mistakes. So we're going to come down. I'll just, oh, somebody's very good there. Very good. So come out with control. And we're just going to come down onto the ground. So we'll flow down to get us there. So roll the shoulders back. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, hands to the floor. Kick the feet back. You can put your knees down, lower chin and chest to the floor. Push up into Cobra. And now I would just like you to push your hips back into Child's Pose. You can have your knees together or open your knees. I find this more comfortable. And your toes together, push the hips back. Drop the forehead to the floor. You can completely relax. Try and relax your arms, hips push